You know, there's two really good freshmen. Dickie V would be like losing it right now. Ooh, ooh.
Two outstanding diaper dandies.
Oh man. Come on, guys. Please win. Oh, I need to send the link to Chris. We haven't sent him the last couple ones. Oh boy. Anyone come and watch from Butler, Garrett and or Sterling and Bryce finally getting a bad game?
Maybe.
They literally got the only buzzer beater of the tournament. Oh boy. Very well. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, let's do this shit. Welcome back to the NCAA 2K Simulation Tournament. I am Griffin Libbs. Alongside with me is Reese again. This is our fourth game, I think, of the day in our joint production with Hutch and Huber Sports. If you're just coming from them, you saw Butler just absolutely lay waste to Liberty in a 5-12 matchup. But here, we got the Indiana Hoosiers taking on the USC Trojans in a battle of an 8 versus 9 seed in the West region.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good one today. USC finishing 3rd in the Pac-12 Conference. Indiana finishing 11th in the Big Ten. Certainly going to be a good one today.
And we have an excellent matchup. Some two diaper dandies!
Two diaper dandies, no doubt about it. Trace Jackson Davis, obviously for the Hoosiers, had a great first year for them, averaging about 14 and 8.
Got robbed of Freshman of the Year.
Absolutely did. Kofi Coburn had nothing on him. Excuse me, Kofi Cockburn. And then obviously for the USC Trojans, Onyeka Okongwu, a very, very talented freshman, had averaging 16 and 8. He'll surely be in the NBA draft lottery this year.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I never knew that he played on that Chino Hills team until I saw like a highlight.
Really?
Like I saw a bunch of highlights a couple days ago. Like it was the three Ball brothers, him, and then their fifth starter is playing somewhere D1.
Well, when there's three Ball brothers, you're probably not going to be able to shoot the ball that much. So
there is the starting lineups. Normal starting lineup for the Hoosiers that we're accustomed to seeing: Joey Brunk, Trace Jackson Davis, and Justin Smith in the front court. Finney and Al Durham in the back court. And here we go. Finney now to Trace. Justin Smith on the left wing. Al Durham top of the key now. Let's see what Archie Miller's offense brings Indiana here first. Durham drives all the way. Can't finish Okongwu with a rebound. You like Al Durham being aggressive there, though.
Absolutely. Great at getting to the basket and even better at drawing fouls. He is just tremendous at flailing his body.
And finishing with his offhand, not his left hand. There's a
Okongwu
Okongwu over the smaller Durham for two, and USC breaks the ice.
That's a nice shot there by Okongwu. Indiana's got to be able to contain him if they want to have a chance to win this one. And we might as well say it now, as us being the big Hoosier fans we are going to show total bias towards IU in this one. So just making that clear now.
Putting that out there. You got a switch. I got Joey Brunk with a mismatch down low.
They do
very accurate to real life. Joey Brunk always seems to take the first shot, and he got it.
Very IU-like there. Joey Brunk over his left shoulder with the right hand. Hoosiers tied it 2.
And here we go. Here's Nick
Rakosovic.
Dang it.
He'll drive all the way and
right around Joey Brunk. Joey Brunk looking like a statue right there.
Left in the dust, as he usually is when he gets out on the perimeter, Griff, and cannot move his feet very well.
Now, Al Durham back the other way, gets a screen from Trace, and he will draw a foul on Okongwu. Good little take right there by Al Durham, and he'll head to the line for 2.
Al Durham, the best free throw shooter on this Hoosier squad, shooting just about 81%.
Yeah, that's not saying a whole lot.
Definitely not, but you know what? You got to be the best at something.
And Durham knocks it down. Hits the first. Saying you're the best free throw shooter on this team is about like saying you're the smartest Kardashian.
That is accurate. I would agree with that. Also, I wish we could have made Al's chin as pointy as it is in real life, but
No, I should have fixed that up. Durham hits them both. We are tied up at 4 here in the early going. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is the Neutral Site Podcast and Hutch and Huber Sports NCAA Tournament.
As Joey Brunk
gets cookies.
reaching his hand in the cookie jar, Joey Brunk and Fennessy will throw it down.
Looking like a smaller Romeo Fennessy puts the Hoosiers up 6-4. So yes, if you are joining us for the first time, we are simulating every single game in the 2020 March Madness Tournament. Joey Brunk is just absolutely terrorizing Rakocevic right now.
Showing some urgency after getting blown left in the dust by Rakocevic a moment ago.
So yes, this is probably our 25th overall game here in this first round. You can catch them all on our YouTube, on Hutch and Huber's YouTube. We'll be coming with the second round next week. Sweet 16, Elite 8 to follow, of course, after that. Now, here's Rakocevic. Out to you, Tomey, the Akron grad transfer, way short, and Durham has the rebound. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Justin Smith out in transition. He picks it up. Nice pass into Trace Jackson Davis, finishing with the left hand. No good. Joey Brunk there for the rebound. Jackson Davis.
No good again.
Two uncharacteristic misses from Jackson Davis down close.
Usually a good finisher around the rim, Jackson Davis, maybe with a little pregame jitters in his first tournament appearance.
Some jitters, perhaps. And I think Al Durham got Rakocevic there. Justin Smith the other way.
No good.
Trace.
No good.
No good. And I think whoever made this roster accidentally made Trace right-handed, so we're just going to have to get used to that. Sorry about that. Here is Anderson at the top of the key for the Trojans. Now Utomi. Utomi, the Akron grad transfer, driving on Justin Smith. Nothing doing there. Anderson, now Matthews. Jonah Matthews for 3. Off the mark. Joey Brunk the rebound. Some good minutes for Brunk here in the early going.
He has been intense so far on both ends of the floor.
Now Justin Smith gives it to Fennessy. Now Al brings it out to the top of the key. He's going to get a screen from Trace right here. He drives down with his offhand. And he is pinned off the backboard by Rakocevic.
Absolutely swatted. Not a strong take there by Durham. That weak stuff.
And a green light 3. Nope, never mind. A long 2 right there. I didn't see who hit that.
I believe that was Utomi. Utomi, a good 3-point shooter in his own right, knocks down the jumper with his foot on the line.
Now Al Durham gets at the top of the key. He's going to get a screen. He'll shoot a 3. Off the mark. That's not Al Durham's shot right there.
No, if he can set his feet and square it, he's a good shooter, but off balance, not his.
Cut off by Durham right here. Now Anderson at the top of the key. Reese, did you say earlier USC didn't beat a ranked team the entire season?
USC, they did not beat a ranked team the entire season.
Got here just taking care of business against who they should be beating. Anderson, Utomi, tough shot. No good. Another rebound for Joey Brunk. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Here's Fennessy. Fennessy to Durham in the corner. The sweet lefty gives it to Brunk. Please never actually do that in the game, Joey Brunk.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, what is going on?
And that
very predictable outcome right there.
But it luckily ends up in the hands of Fennessy.
Now Fennessy. Joey Brunk has a
size mismatch. He's got to go though.
Oh, fade away. Didn't get it off in time, however. Shot clock violation. Bit of a slow start to this game for both offenses. And if you watched Indiana at all this year, that shouldn't be that much of a surprise.
They will typically not only do that to the teams that they are playing against, but they tend to do it to themselves a lot of the time. So, slow starts, not something the Hoosiers are not unused to seeing.
And there's a take by Rakocevic. Draws the foul on Joey Brunk. He will head to the line for 2.
But yes, as I said, USC, despite not beating a ranked team this year, they did, however, win just about every game that they should have. Had some quality wins in beating the likes of LSU, Washington, and I believe at TCU.
That looked a lot like Tom Ostrom, but that looked nothing like Archie.
hard to nail the appearance of that ventriloquist doll. So I guess we'll take what we can get.
Rakocevic missing both at the line. Justin Smith the rebound. He's going to push it up the other way. Nice find. Durham from the corner. No good. You told me the rebound back the other way come the Trojans.
Good look right there for the Hoosiers. Keep shooting that if you're Al Durham.
Al Durham already taken 4 shots, which is rare, and now Utomi drawing the foul on Durham. He'll go to the line for 2. Al Durham did not like that call.
Definitely not. Maybe a little frustrated after missing that three-pointer as well.
Now here's Daniel Utomi, grad transfer from Akron, good shooter. Should have stayed with the Zips. Made the tournament, almost won earlier today.
Absolutely, they could have used him today. Perhaps would have knocked off the Badgers had he been on them.
Micah Potter hitting the buzzer beater to send the Badgers to the round of 32.
Oh, that was sweet. Micah Potter, major onions for the big fella.
And hopefully this game will be just as good as that one, as Utomi eyes the second and knocks it down. Trojans take an 8-6 early lead here. Joey Brunk running the point. That is something I should never, ever have to say.
Absolutely
but
not.
Archie Miller's just using it as a decoy to call a timeout. Genius play by Archie Miller right there.
Definitely. And if it had the play gone on, God knows what would have happened. But
I'm glad we're not finding out.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Back to the action. 5 minutes into this one. 8-6 USC in the early going. As Justin Smith will inbound it to Finney over in the corner. Now it's Justin Smith on the wing. Smith gives it off to Joey Brunk. Now Durham top of the key. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock for the Hoosiers. Durham. He'll fire another 3. And hit!
Woo!
Al Durham! How about showing a little range? The sweet lefty stroke.
Nice looking shot there by Al Durham. The behind the back pull up. Nice little jumper to give the Hoosiers the lead.
9-8 Hoosiers here. Rakosovic picks it up on the wing. Now Anderson slides it over to Matthews. Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant knocks it down.
That was a good shot there by Matthews. Left him open. He cans the open jumper.
Good shot right there by Jonah Matthews. Now it's Al Durham back the other way. He's attacking on Rakosovic. He lost the ball, picked up by Jonah Matthews.
Not a good play there by Al Durham. Got to give it up. Had Trace open down low.
Yeah, he did. Now, but forces the pickup of Matthews. Now here's Okongwu. He's been quiet thus far. Okongwu guarded by Joey Brunk. That's not what you want to see. Now Anderson. Okongwu, Utomi. Guarded by Justin Smith. He's going to get a 12-foot jump shot. In and out, rebounded by Smith. Back the other way comes Justin Smith leading the break. That's exactly how that would go in real life. Now Trace over to Durham. Al has between the circles some fancy crossovers, and he lost the ball. It'll stay with Indiana, though, as Al Durham is blocked away.
Al Durham certainly not being shy in this one.
And here comes Duran.
The big man is in for the Hoosiers, big number 20, and he'll be replacing Joey Brunk as a near platoon swap coming in for the Hoosiers.
That's right. Race Thompson checks in as well as Jerome Hunter and Devontae Green, the human spark plug, key for the Hoosiers if they're going to win this one.
Definitely. Then this is what Devontae's been dreaming of his whole life, and certainly where he'll be looking to solidify himself.
2 seconds left. Finney's got to hoist a tough shot, blocked by Matthews. Back the other way come the Trojans. They lead by 1. Matthews.
USC with numbers, but they don't capitalize, slowing it down.
Good transition defense by the Hoosiers. Now, here's Weaver on the left wing. Weaver dribbling, guarded by Green. And that's a reach-in on Devontae Green, his first. Bit of a slow start for both offenses today. I can't really say I'm surprised, though.
Definitely not.
Here we go. Inbound to Okongwu. Davis guarding him. Takes it right at Duran. And can't score over him, Duran Davis. Surprised he didn't get called for a foul there the way that his season is going. Ooh. Jerome Hunter an open corner 3. In and out, just spun around.
Absolutely. Looked like it went down, but a nice look there but from Finney.
Jonah Matthews pulling up from 3 and knocking it down. 13-9 USC here in the early going. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now here's Jerome Hunter on the left wing. Jerome gives it to Finney in the corner.
Looking for a screen.
Looking for Devontae. He'll fire up a 3. In and out. No good. A very long, unpronounceable last name gets the rebound. We'll look into how to say that. Here's Weaver. Now Jonah Matthews guarded by Finney. Back to Weaver. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the ball.
It's honestly pretty close. Isaiah
Mobley, mismatch, scores over Green. Timeout again for Indiana. Isaiah Mobley scoring the bucket there.
Indiana having trouble finding some rhythm on offense, and that's no surprise that that has been the story early a lot of times for them this year, especially early on in games.
And the St. Anthony Bears flying all the way back out for this game.
We appreciate them coming over from the Akron, Wisconsin game that Hutch and Huber
Sterling's
called
right.
earlier.
We need to check on them, make sure they're not being mistreated. They're wearing the exact same outfit for the 4th day in a row.
Yeah, they've definitely earned their paycheck, that's for sure.
Now Finney into the lane. He'll draw a foul. Good job by Finney. That's 2 on Okongwu. Big
development right there. Okongwu, the best player on the Trojans. They'll want to keep him on the floor as long as possible.
Yeah,
Finney will go to the line.
No doubt. Finney stepping up to the line here. Pretty good free throw shooter for the Hoosiers for the sophomore out of Lafayette, but he misses the first
And you
right
jinxed
there.
him.
Yep, I did. Announcer's jinxed. My bad, folks.
It is a real thing.
The sophomore out of Lafayette eyes the second one. Misses them both. Rob Finney, uncharacteristic from the line right there, and Weaver will bring it back for the Trojans. In low to Okongwu. Can't finish. Good contest right there by Deron Davis.
Using that speed to outrun Deron Davis.
Finney lines up a 3. Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
Nice looking shot there by Rob Finney to get him the scoring.
2 again. Goodness. That's right, Walters. Nothing like being disappointed by IU one last time.
Well said. Hope.
Matthews inside to Weaver for the one-handed flush. 17-11 USC. Indiana just 4 for 15 to start this one. Ooh.
Cold shooting so far for the Hoosiers. Don't want to shake that off. Look to get it into the hands of this guy, Devontae Green.
Devontae Green, he is electrifying. That's a very Devontae Green shot, and he misses. Weaver brings it back the other way for the Trojans. Pushing it ahead. Matthews. Okongwu fouled by Finney.
A good foul there by Finney to prevent the easy 2, but USC out and running on the Hoosiers and getting out in transition for easy looks.
Onyeka Okongwu, tremendous campaign, more than likely a top 10 pick in the NBA draft this upcoming summer as he knocks down the first. Big.
He is big indeed. A tremendous player for the Trojans. Leading scorer as a freshman. Diaper dandy. He's outstanding.
Misses that one, though. Deron Davis clears the rebound. Now Finney will bring it up for the Hoosiers. Finney over to Jerome Hunter on the wing. Finney at the top of the key. Now looking, waiting. Very little movement, just like in real life. Deron Davis.
Pump faking.
Gets a ball screen from... Look at the move right there by Deron Davis to draw the foul.
The big guy showing a little versatility on that drive to the basket, going to the line now.
Now, Deron Davis will never get this credit, but he's one of the most skilled big guys Indiana's seen in quite a while.
He definitely has. Just unfortunate that his career was plagued by injuries as much as it was. He has definitely earned his way back, though, and has made the most of his situation this year for the Hoosiers in his senior campaign. Tied an Indiana school record for most made shots in a game without a miss, going 9 for 9 against Michigan earlier this year. Glad for him to get a moment like that. He definitely deserved it.
Yeah, I am glad he got a little feather in his cap like that.
Yeah, me too.
That is nice.
But of course we got blown out in the game.
So he hits the second right there, and it's 18-12 USC here in the early going. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Weaver now brings it across the timeline, guarded by Devontae Green. Here's Jonah Matthews. Matthews covered by Finney. He's looking. Now we'll swing it over to Weaver on the left wing. Weaver driving it down inside. Cut off by Green.
Good defense there by Devontae.
Kick out. Mobley. Antetokounmpo. Fires away. He hits it over Jerome Hunter. What a shot right there. It is 21-12 USC here with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Finney between the circles now. Waiting on a screen from Race Thompson and Deron Davis. Finney trying to get downhill.
Looking for
Deron. That's a lob to Deron Davis.
Deron Davis showing off the little athleticism he has left. Going up high for that and kissing it off the glass.
All the stops in his what could be his final game in an Indiana uniform. What is probably Deron's first alley-oop since his sophomore year of high school. Now, here's Weaver working on Devontae. A little right-handed scoop shot, no good, and that will take us into the first. Good start to this game for USC. They lead 21-14.
They've been on fire, especially from downtown, and the Hoosiers just haven't been able to find any consistency on the offensive end.
Shocker.
Yep. And also missing free throws. Another shocker.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Back the other way comes... God, what is up with these last names? Come on, USC. Sturdivant. Okongwu now. He's playing with 2 fouls, by the way, even though you get 6 in this game. Mobley, guarded by Race Thompson. Sturdivant. Now Armand Franklin is checked in for Finney, his first appearance. Freshman from Cathedral High School in Indianapolis. Weaver for 3. That's off the mark. Jerome Hunter the rebound. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Pushing it up with Armand Franklin. Franklin 15-footer. In and out. Not lacking any confidence from the freshman in his first ever game.
Had an open look there, just couldn't capitalize.
Sturdivant now picks it up. Here's Weaver, top of the key, covered by Green. Tries to drive down the lane. Dunked by Mobley. Nice little two-man game right there for the Trojans.
The slam by Isaiah Mobley there, brother of Evan Mobley, who is set to come in for the Trojans next year.
Number 1 player in the class of 2020. Jerome Hunter now dribbling at the top of the key. He will give it off to Race Thompson. Where is the offense going to come from Indiana? Deron Davis can't finish. Okongwu with a rebound. Weaver now drives it down inside. Picked up by Jerome Hunter. Fadeaway, good. An 11-point deficit faced by the Hoosiers here in the early going.
Absolutely abysmal start for the Hoosiers. They've got to figure out something on offense, and they have to figure it out quick.
We have seen this one too many times this season. Hopefully Indiana turns it on here, or else it'll end up being like the Michigan game or the Purdue game, amongst others. Franklin now on the right wing. He'll give it to Race Thompson, who's working with a little bit of a mismatch. Thompson drawing the foul. Foul on Sturdivant. As Joey Brunk's set to return, Deron Davis will head to the bench for the Hoosiers. 25-14 in this first round matchup here. USC, the 8 seed, against Indiana, the 9 seed. As now Race Thompson has it on the elbow. Race has it. Waiting. Nice pass in low to Devontae Green for 2.
There we go. Nice looking backdoor on that cut by Devontae. Found the open man for the deuce.
Race Thompson, a nice look right there. And Devontae Green, now that he's seen one go down, who knows? Good Devontae might return as Joey Brunk picks up a foul, his second.
Krosovich taking advantage of the slow speed of Joey Brunk on that one, as Joey picks up another foul.
Platoon swap here for the Hoosiers. Al Durham checks in, as does Trace Jackson Davis and Justin Smith. Rakosovich will trigger the inbound here. Gives it off to Anderson. He's covered by Al. Now Mobley. Mobley driving in on Trace. Nothing doing. They switch for some reason. Interesting strategy right there. Utomi's got to force one. And he hits! Tough shot right there by Daniel Utomi. And USC shooting the lights out right now. Indiana just 6 for 20 from the field.
I'm going to go ahead and call bogus on that shot, Griff. I don't think he'll be able to hit that one too many times. It's Jackson Davis, the little fadeaway. No good.
Mark. Utomi brings it back the other way. Matthews working on Al. Now Rakosovich trying to drive it on Brunk. Rakosovich. Nice. And one gets it over Joey Brunk. And Indiana finds themselves down 13 here in the early going.
USC just making about every shot that they take. Not terrible defense by the Hoosiers. USC just having better offense as the free throw no good.
Joey Brunk nearly fell on his face out of bounds getting that rebound. 29-16. Very Indiana-like game thus far. Frustrating. Justin Smith driving it on Mobley. He forces one up. He gets it in one. How about Justin Smith right there?
Justin Smith using that athleticism to soar above the defenders. Take the contact, plus the harm.
Andy Enfield, the architect of Dunk City, looks on from the USC Trojan bench. Now Justin Smith will head to the line. A polarizing player for a lot of Indiana fans. I think that's a understatement.
Definitely. Justin Smith is... has great athleticism and great skills, just as we have said before, is not a good basketball player.
He's better than most, I think, Reese. Rakosovich can't finish, gets his own miss, however. Misses again, Joey Brunk the rebound. Got lucky there. Now here's Devontae Green. Devontae, in low to Justin Smith. Nice cut and an emphatic two-handed jam.
Big dunk there by Justin Smith, taking my words that I just said and shoving them right back in.
Indiana, a little bit of life here. The lead's down to 8. Rakosevich driving on Joey Brunk again. Down into the paint, picks it up. Now Matthews over to Anderson. Anderson working on Al Durham, kicks it to the corner. Tough shot right there by Utome, and he knocks it down.
You've got to be kidding me. You told me another three from the corner off a good closeout by Justin Smith, but able to knock down the three.
Daniel Utome, the grad transfer, not wanting to go home. Turnover by Al Durham. Back the other way. Anderson driving. Utome left open again. He'll knock it down. Daniel Utome absolutely torching the Hoosiers right now.
Just a 33% three-point shooter has been on fire for the Trojans.
Now Trace Jackson-Davis on the left wing. They're going to clear out for him as he works on Mobley. Trace, Al Durham, he'll line up a three of his own. In and out. Joey Brunk amongst the trees gets that rebound.
Nicely done there by Joey Brunk.
But a turnover right there for Smith. Back the other way comes the Trojans. USC building on a 14-point lead. Rakosevich drawing the foul on Trace. Ugly, ugly start right here for Indiana. Oh man, that's an absolute slog of a schedule coming up.
If they think this one's tough, they've got it. They've got something coming.
Now, here we go. Rakosevich steps to the line, makes it a 15-point game. Nightmarish start to this tournament game for the Hoosiers, the 9 seed here in the Western Conference, here in the Western region. Rakosevich knocks them both down. It is a 16-point game, 37-21, and Archie is pulling out all the stops, having Joey Brunk run the point. They have cleared out the right side for Joey Brunk. Joey drives it down inside, very unsurprisingly, doesn't work. For some reason, shoots it. Justin comes up with it. Now to Joey Brunk. He draws a foul. Probably not the way Archie Miller drew it up. But regardless, it's going to result in free throws.
An awkward-looking possession for the Hoosiers. That's something they're accustomed to, but unfortunately, it works out somewhat for the Hoosiers, as they'll have a chance to earn some points at the free throw line.
Joey Brunk, graduate transfer from Butler, from Southport, Indiana. Oh my God, he knocked down the first.
And this is an honest...
I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. We're students at Indiana. We went to every single home game. I don't remember the last time I've seen Joey Brunk make a free throw in person. I actually don't. He green-lighted it, folks. Joey Brunk green-lights the free throw. He knocks them both down. Indiana has to win this game now.
Promising, no doubt, right there from Joey Brunk.
37-23 Trojans. Matthews an open look. He'll knock it down. It rolled in and out and back in. 40-23 USC. Well, Indiana fans like to complain about the offense. The defense has just been atrocious here so far. Here's Devontae Green now. Need him to hit some shots. Al Durham lines up a three. He'll bury it. Right back at you, says Al Durham.
Finally, the Hoosiers able to knock down a three ball, and the Hoosiers cut it back down to 14. Got to get some stops now.
Rakosevich drawing the foul on Joey Brunk. That's 4 on Joey.
Joey picking up fouls in it quickly, and now the Archie will surely have to think about getting him out of the game.
Rakosevich heads back to the line. He's got 6 points. And he will knock down the first to give him 7. Joey Brunk staying in this game for the Hoosiers. I guess Archie just doesn't care if he fouls out. Rakosevich knocks them both down, and the lead is back up to 16 for USC. Now, here comes Al Durham, bringing it up for the Hoosiers. He's had a nice start to this game. Gets a screen from Joey. Durham picks it up, now over to Justin Smith, in low to Joey Brunk, working with a size advantage over Jonah Matthews. Joey Brunk, nice little scoop shot.
Nice use of the scoop right there by Joey Brunk over the smaller defender.
The big body of Joey Brunk. He has 6 points, 6 rebounds. Nice start for him. Anderson draws a double. Now Matthews on the wing. Matthews dribbling, waiting, gets it to Utome. He's been hot. Utome driving on Justin Smith. Kick out Rakosevich. Now Matthews. Matthews waiting, gets a screen. Jackson Davis switched onto him. Over Trace. No good. Size advantage for Mobley, and he dunks it down. Isaiah Mobley. Offensive rebound, putback, slam. Lead back up to 16 for USC. Indiana is in trouble early. Devontae Green now Brunk over to Durham. Justin Smith top of the key. He gets a screen from Joey Brunk. He gets downhill. Oh, man, that you don't want to see that.
Definitely not. Justin Smith, a fadeaway jumper, will no good, and that's a typical result for him.
For that shot. He does enjoy to take that shot.
Not shy about it.
Here's Rakocevic now working on Justin Smith. Rakocevic gives it up to Jonah Matthews. Matthews picks up his dribble. Got a hoist one, 2 seconds to go. Utomi again. This time he misses. Trace Jackson-Davis pulls down the rebound. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Justin Smith on the break. Draws the foul and will head to the line for 2.
A good defensive stand there for the Hoosiers finally, and they'll go back to the free throw line.
Indiana getting out and running. They need to do that if they're going to get back into this one. Justin Smith knocked down his only other free throw of the afternoon. He eyes the first one. And hit every part of the rim, but falls off the iron for him.
Been the story today so far for the Hoosiers.
Deron Davis and Joey Brunk set to check back in. Deron Davis and Rob Finney check back in. Back in for the Trojans. Adlesh making his first appearance. Justin Smith eyes the second one. Make it a 15-point game here. And he will knock the second one down. 44-29 here, just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. It has been all USC from the get-go.
Been hitting from all over the floor, and the Hoosiers just unable to find some consistency.
Rakocevic gets right around Deron Davis. Tough shot, and he hits.
Awkward looking right there. Nearly lost, but somehow able to gather it and put it home off the glass.
Nick Rakocevic with 10 here in the first half for the Trojans, and the lead is now 17. Finney now. He loses the ball. Back the other way. Here's Adlesh driving. Denied by Justin Smith. What a play right there.
Swatting away the garbage from right there from Justin Smith. Give me that!
Now, Justin Smith on the wing gives it up to Durham. Al waiting on a screen. He will get one. Drives down inside. Kick out to Finney. He lost the handle, and it will stay with the Hoosiers.
Not sure how that works. Finney was the one with the ball, but nonetheless, it'll go out of bounds, and the Hoosiers keep possession.
Some more subs checking in here for Indiana. Armon Franklin, Jerome Hunter, Race Thompson into the game. A little bit of a smaller lineup for the Hoosiers with Race Thompson playing the 5, Justin Smith at the 4. Here's Finney now. Gets it in the corner. That. Open look. He'll hit it. Rob Finney, big shot. Rob with a big shot right there.
That was a nice looking stroke there from the corner. Archie with a great out of bounds set.
Now Rakocevic covered by Thompson. Thompson a little bit quicker than Brunker Davis. But giving up some size. That one went halfway down and came out. Now back the way comes Indiana.
Good defense there by Thompson.
If Indiana can get this down to single digits, I think you got to feel pretty good about the Hoosiers.
Absolutely, considering this game, the way this game has started.
Race Thompson now. He's dribbling it on the right wing, trying to take it down on Rakocevic. He'll get into the paint. Ball's tipped away and stolen. Rakocevic has just absolutely tortured the Hoosiers here today. Sturdivant. Now Weaver. Weaver gives it off to Adlesh. Adlesh sitting, waiting. He's covered by Armon Franklin. Still waiting. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Sturdivant. Adlesh lines up a 3 ball. And he'll hit 1, 2. Another 3 for the Trojans. They cannot miss from the outside.
Averaging just 2 points a contest, Quentin Adlesh able to knock down the 3 ball.
Now here's Armon Franklin. Franklin, the freshman from Indianapolis. Trying to work on Adlesh, nothing doing. Now Finney. Finney at the top of the key, gets a screen from Thompson. Gotta get going if you're Indiana here.
Need a basket.
3 on the shot clock. Finney's going to have to put one up over Rakocevic. Way short, and Adlesh the rebound. Back the other way come the Trojans, leading by 17. It has been all USC here at the beginning of this game. Rakocevic, he's got Armon on him. Size advantage for him. Needs some help. He finally misses, but gets his own miss and puts it back up and in. 19-point deficit for the Hoosiers.
They are just in total disarray right now. The Hoosiers have no answer on either end of the floor, and they do not look like a cohesive unit out there at all.
No, they do not. Now Finney at the top of the key. They will hold for the last shot here. Finney gets a screen. 2 seconds. 15-footer, no good, and that will take us to the half. Abysmal first half for Indiana here. in their first tournament appearance under Archie Miller. It is 51-32. Ugh, this sucks.
This does suck.
There you see the stats. Al Durham leading the way with 8 for the Hoosiers. Rakostovich, 12 points, 5 rebounds, but it feels like he has about 32 points and 15 rebounds with the impact he's had on this game.
Made just about everything he's put up.
So if Indiana's going to make a comeback in this game, what do they got to do, Reese?
Well, first of all, they got to get stops on the defensive end, and they can't keep giving up open threes, and they've got to be able to get one and dones on that end. Offensively, you got to look for Trace down low. He hasn't been too involved thus far, and they got to find a way to get guys like Devontae Green going, as he can get going in a hurry and hopefully get them back into this game quick.
19-point deficit faced by USC here, or that USC has built up here on the Hoosiers, as Rakostovich trying to go right at Joey Brunk. He's hot still. Rakostovich, he's still in takeover mode. Hits the cutting Anderson down low, but he'll kick out to Utomi. Utomi now Matthews. Rakostovich
knocked away
got
by
his
Durham.
pocket picked by Al Durham, but it'll stay with the Trojans.
Nicely done by Al Durham right there to knock it away.
Winner of this game will go on to face presumably Gonzaga, assuming they take care of business of the 16 seed Winthrop. Now here's Utomi. He was incredible that first half. Anderson will line up a 3. That one's off the mark. Trace Jackson Davis pulls down the rebound back the other way. Come the Hoosiers with Al Durham. Al Durham working. He's got Rakostovich on him. Now he gets a screen from Trace. Durham down inside with the left hand. Good body control.
Well done there by Al Durham with the left hand, kissing it off the glass.
And Indiana really just need to string some stops together now. Rakostovich working on Joey Brunk. Forced to pick up. Good defense there by Joey. And a steal for Justin Smith. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. They got numbers. Justin Smith lays it in. Down to 15.
Nicely done there by Justin Smith to take it and lay it easy over the rim with a finger roll.
And Indiana about as good a start to this half as they could have hoped for. Anderson, they leave you. What are they doing? Blocked from behind by Trace Jackson Davis. Rakostovich. Oh! An emphatic one-handed jam. What a sequence right there.
Backbreaker right there. A nice play by Trace to get the block, but then it's Rakostovich on the throwdown cleanup.
Now Joey Brunk working on Rakostovich, trying to get him back a little bit here. Picks it up in the corner. He needs some help. Gets it down low in the Trace. With the right hand, no good. Gets his own miss, though. Shot clock didn't reset. 5 to go here for Al Durham. Al on Rakostovich. Justin Smith down low in the Joey. He can't finish. Gets his own miss. Draws the foul. So Indiana showing some fight here.
Definitely looking better on the offensive end than in the first half, working it inside and getting some better looks.
Joey Brunk, 6 points, 7 rebounds for the junior here today, as he will miss the front end right here of his first of 2. 16-point deficit faced by Indiana. Still 18 minutes to go. A lot of time for the Hoosiers to make up some ground. We have seen crazier things in this tournament thus far.
Absolutely. That's what this tournament's all about, as we see Rakostovich getting to the rim again, but missing.
Justin Smith forcing the action now. Durham, one-on-one, mano-a-mano. Couldn't finish, but he'll go to the line again, and this is good for Indiana. Getting to the line, getting points while the clock has stopped.
Great at getting to the line. They've been doing that all year. Maybe not the best percentage-wise from there, but nonetheless, they get to the line in just about every one of their contests.
Al Durham knocks down his 11th point of the contest. The lead is cut back down to 15 for Indiana. Pretty good start to this half for the Hoosiers. Exactly what the doctor ordered. They're getting out and running, getting to the line, getting some stops as Al Durham green lights the next one. 53-39 here. 18 minutes to play. Rakostovich is going to bring it up again for the Trojans. Inside to Anderson. Couldn't finish. Nice help by Justin Smith. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Al Durham forcing the issue. Kick out to Finney, and now they'll reset. You got to look inside. Trace has a mismatch. Not there. Got to dump it inside to him. Come on.
Feed the post office and mail him a letter, Al Durham. What are you doing?
As Al Durham now. And a shot clock violation. They had 2 guards guarding Trace Jackson Davis and Joey Brunk, and they did not get it to him until it was too late. Bad offensive possession right there for Indiana. Back the other way comes Anderson for the Trojans. He's picked up by Finney. He draws a double team here. They leave Utomi wide open, and he'll make him pay. What in the world were they thinking, leaving Daniel Utomi wide open?
Definitely not a good decision right there for the Hoosiers, as Utomi has been knocking them down all day long.
Now Justin Smith to Al Durham at the top of the key. He's going to get a screen from Trace. Got to dump it inside. He's got a mismatch. Come on, Al. There we go. They get it to Trace. Trace working on him. Tough finish. Couldn't finish it, however, as Rakosovic gets the offensive rebound. Now, here's Anderson, guarded by Finney. Anderson picks it up in the corner. Now another double team coming. Matthews. You see Utomi at the bottom of the screen being face guarded by Al Durham. Down and tied to Rakosovic. Tough finish over two people. Trace comes away with the rebound. Now here comes Finney.
Hoosiers have numbers if they hurry.
Al Durham, corner three. In and out. Justin Smith, the offensive rebound. Oh, you got to go up with that.
Had a wide open layup right there. Decided to hand it off to Brunk, and he'll go back to the free throw line as Okongwu will pick up his third.
Joey Brunk will head back to the free throw line. He's been a lone bright spot here for the Hoosiers. Knocks down the first. Been very good at the free throw line, too. Devontae Green checks back in.
Gotta find a way to
instant offense, hopefully, for Indiana.
Gotta find a way to get him some looks, or he'll create them himself.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Joey adds a second. He'll knock them both down. Good game for Joey Brunk. His first tournament game in an Indiana uniform. Here's Anderson now for USC. Indiana's got to string together some stops, trailing by 15, 16 minutes to go left in the game. Utomi driving on Justin Smith. Kick out. Now, Matthews. He'll fire away a three. And hit! The USC Trojans just cannot miss from outside tonight.
Absolutely absurd shooting from outside. Can't say we expected this one.
Trace Jackson-Davis gets a little bit of an ISO here with Mobley on him. Trace waiting. Gives it to Durham. He'll line up a long one. And he'll answer it. Al Durham.
Sweet looking stroke there from Al Durham. He's had enough of this shooting from the Trojans. Go ahead, let her fly, number one.
Now Matthews on the left wing. Guarded by Devontae. He'll line up another three. And hit! Are you kidding me? Jonah Matthews on fire. In Indiana, there's just almost nothing you can do about that. Here's Devontae Green. He'll line up a three of his own. No good. Rebound to Okongwu. Cleared out to Utomi. Back the other way come the Trojans, leading by 18. Daniel Utomi picks it up.
Oh, get on. You got to
How do you not? It's set on Devontae Green's back, but a miss anyway. Trace the rebound. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Need to make a run. Al Durham. The lob to Jackson Davis.
Woo! Up, and away for Jackson Davis. Beautiful set right there. Go up and get it, big fella. Throw it down with a hammer.
Nice play right there. Hopefully giving Indiana some juice. Durham harassing Anderson at the top of the key. A double comes. They get back. Matthews now. They need to double him. Gets a screen. Down the lane. Tough finish, but Devontae fails him out, and it's going to be a foul. My goodness, Jonah Matthews. He has been excellent for the Trojans all year long. Knocks down the first right there. Race Thompson set the check back in for the Hoosiers. Joey Brunk will head to the bench. How do you think that Indiana needs to stop Jonah Matthews and Daniel Utomi?
They've got to run them off the three-point line, no doubt about it, because they have absolutely been torching them from beyond the arc. Got to find a way to force them down low and try to force tough twos as Al Durham misses the layup.
Al Durham, he's been one of the bright spots for Indiana's offense today. Steal for Race Thompson. Gonna look up, look ahead, Al Durham. Down and low to Trace.
There you go.
For two.
Beautifully done by Al Durham, and a nice play by Trace to have his head on a swivel and knock that ball away for the steal.
And Indiana needing to get some quick buckets. They get one right there. Now here's Adlash. He hit a three in the first half. Down low into Okongwu. Couldn't finish. Trace the rebound. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. Little bit of life here, perhaps. Al Durham. Nothing doing. He'll reset the offense. Gets a screen from Trace. Now here's Al. Trace has got a mismatch down low, if they recognize it. Durham trying to take a Kongwu one-on-one. Nothing doing. Justin Smith. Devontae Green lines up a tough three. No good. Race Thompson kept it alive for Trace, and he draws the foul.
Nice job there by Race Thompson, battling amongst the trees, undersized as the big man, but showing more heart. And Jackson Davis will get it and draw the foul.
So Trace Jackson Davis, again, we apologize. We accidentally made him right-handed. Didn't mean to do it. But he will knock down the first with his offhand. Jerome Hunter checking back in for the Hoosiers. He will get Justin Smith right here. Okungwu to the sideline for the Trojans. Here's Trace Jackson Davis eyeing the second free throw. And he will knock them both down. He's got takeover activated.
Starting to feel.
Don't look now. 14-point game. Trace is hot.
Starting to feel it a little more on offense, and hopefully that'll translate for the rest of his team.
Sturdivant, now Jonah Matthews. He has been great, covered by Trace Jackson Davis. He gets all the way to the rim. Didn't put it up, though. Gets it back. No good. Mobley the rebound. Kick out Jonah Matthews. And now they'll reset. Weaver. He gets a screen. He fires a three. That's no good. Rebounded by Jerome Hunter. Back the other way come the Hoosiers. And Hunter, where was he throwing that? Come on, young fella.
Ill-advised right there by Jerome Hunter. Look ahead, had Jackson Davis streaking down the floor.
Now, Jonah Matthews. He has been fantastic all day long. Lines up another three. And hits! Jonah Matthews.
The game of his life.
And, oh my God, what are you doing? Al Durham just chucking it out of bounds. And Indiana coming unglued here a little bit. Had some positive momentum. Sturdivant now, covered by Al Durham. He drives, gets it to Jonah Matthews. This has been the man all day long. Into Mobley. He'll lay it up and in. 19-point deficit faced by Indiana here. 69-50. 12 minutes to play here. Indiana's in trouble. Al Durham now. On the left wing. Al, now Devontae. Devontae. They got a mismatch down low. Devontae Green. He's going to take it himself. Loses the ball. And it's shot clock violation. And the USC will get the ball back.
Poor decision right there by Devontae. Not feeding it down low to Jackson Davis. Had the size mismatch.
And Armand Franklin will check in for Al Durham as he gets a much-deserved breather. Indiana's running out of time here, Reese.
They've got to find definitely. They need a big scoring run, and they need it quick.
Here we go. Sturdivant at the top of the key between the circles. He's going to get a screen, driving it down into the paint. Nothing doing. Sturdivant dribbling around. Finds Mobley, and he draws the foul on Armand Franklin.
Not a good call right there. Looked like Armand Franklin was straight up. Nonetheless, Trojans going to the line.
Mobley will knock down the first, and now USC has their largest lead of the day at 20, 70-50. Wow, who would have thought this was coming? Mobley knocks them both down. Trace Jackson Davis says, "Get out of my way, I'm going to do it myself." Indiana needs to string together some stops and scores here to get themselves back into it. Trace now. He is covered by Okungwu. Now Armand Franklin gets a screen from Hunter. Armand going to try to drive on Adlesh, and he's going to draw a foul. Good job by Armand Franklin forcing the issue there.
Driving, recognizing the mismatch defender, and able to take it to the rim and draw the foul, but he misses the free throw.
Missing the free throw. Armand Franklin, first ever tournament game for him as he will hit this one, and the lead is down to 20 again. Rakasovic has checked back in for USC. He had a fantastic first half. Here's Sturdivant. Sturdivant finds Mobley. Mobley, he's been a terror for Indiana as well. Driving it. Reverse layup over Race Thompson. Oh my goodness. Disappointing to say the least.
Absolutely.
In this performance by Indiana.
Not what we expected at all.
Armand Franklin for three. That's off the mark. Rebounded by the Trojans. Back the other way they come. Sturdivant into the paint. A little hop step and he finishes. Tough finish for Sturdivant. And if you're Gonzaga watching this game, you got to be shaking in your boots a little bit. 24-point deficit faced by the Hoosiers. Trace Jackson Davis from the elbow, now out to the wing. 8 on the shot clock. Just absolutely lifeless on offense right here. Is now Devontae Green's going to have to force one up. Off the mark, no good. Mobley, Rakocevic. Top of the key.
3 seconds.
Rakocevic fires a 3. Shocked that didn't go in.
This game has only gotten more ridiculous as it has gone on, and now the lead up to 24 for USC, and the Hoosiers are just about dead in the water.
Yep, they are. Looks like Indiana's season is going to end in Spokane. And here we go. Indiana starting the second half off with Armand Franklin, Jerome Hunter, Race Thompson, Trace Jackson Davis, Devontae Green. Indiana is going to need some quick buckets, and they're going to need them now. Race Thompson lays it up and in. Nice play, nice little set right there for the Hoosiers. Trailing by 22 points here. Just 9.5 minutes to go, and here's Rakocevic. Going to take a miracle for Indiana to come back in this one. Weaver, now at the top of the key. Gives it up to Utomi. Utomi has torched Indiana from outside all game long, and now Trace Jackson Davis gets a reach-in call. Rakocevic now to Anderson at the top of the key. And another foul on Indiana. This time it's Devontae Green.
Showing a little frustration now, I think, are the Hoosiers on the defensive end, swiping, trying to get anything they can do in order to get some extra possessions.
Mobley working on Race Thompson. Now here's a steal for Devontae Green. Back the other way come the Hoosiers with numbers. Green. And he draws a foul. My goodness, come on now. Let's clean it up a little bit.
Sloppy so far to start it, no doubt.
Race Thompson triggers the inbound. Trace Jackson Davis is going to have the ball here, and he throws it out of bounds. My goodness. Just been one of those days for Indiana. Anderson at the top of the key here. Working on Devontae Green. Now Rakocevic. Over to Utomi. Now Weaver. Weaver covered by Armand Franklin. Gets a screen. Size advantage with Mobley. And denied by Trace Jackson Davis.
Nice help there by Jackson Davis to swat it away.
Swatting the green light. And looks like Rob Finney and Joey Brunk are set to check back in for the Hoosiers. Armand and Race will head to the Rakocevic looking. Finds Weaver. He'll line up a 3. No good. Joey Brunk another rebound. Indiana's got to hurry. They got to push the ball. Finney drives it down inside. Drawing the foul, and will head to the line for 2. Third foul on Utomi. Finney will hit the first here. 75-54. USC has been all Trojans from the get-go here, knocking them down from outside.
Lifeless effort from the Hoosiers in this especially in this second half, and they just have had no answer for USC on the defensive end.
Just buried under a mountain of three-pointers by the Trojans. Finney picked his pocket, but Rakocevic picks up the loose ball. Now here he is, giving it to Weaver. Weaver, a little pull-up jump shot, good. USC shooting 50%, feels like 150.
No way, that it definitely feels like more than that. And
Joey Brunk, what is happening? What is happening?
Oh my goodness,
They're just playing park ball now, folks.
I encourage those who are watching to switch over to our other game, as BYU is now currently taking on UCLA on the Hutchin-Huber as yet another. Are you like?
This is stupid. Jerome Hunter's out. Justin Smith is in. There we go. That'll fix the offense. Mobley hits the free throw. New high for USC's lead. It is 26, excuse me. And I think it's all over but the crying for Indiana.
And for some, the crying has already begun.
Devontae Green, pump fake.
How are you tired? You haven't played nearly that many minutes.
Green gets a green light, knocking down the long two. And the lead is down now to 24 on a 2-0 run by the Hoosiers. Weaver on the right wing, down into Anderson, now Okongwu. Weaver, back out to Matthews. He has been the guy today. Anderson, spinning on Finney, down into the lane. He draws a foul. Weaver heads to the line here for two. Misses the first, though. Anderson makes the second. 81-56 Trojans. Finney driving on Anderson. Now he's looking around, finds Justin Smith. Smith to Trace. Trace, Devontae Green, who now gets a screen from Trace, and he just dribbles out of bounds. Ugh. Oh man, this sucks. Now, Green, nice little defensive effort right there, trying to get the ball back, goes out of bounds, and he will check to the sideline after he wandered out of bounds. Al Durham to check back in.
Could be the last time we see Devontae Green step off the floor for the Hoosiers. To some that is upsetting, and to some it has been a long time coming.
Here's Matthews now to Weaver at the top of the key. Weaver down in low. Can't get it to go. Justin Smith the rebound. Back the other way comes Indiana. Trailing by 25. They got to make a move. They got to make it quick. Al Durham three ball. In and out. No good. Okongwu with the rebound. Anderson driving on Finney. Draws a double. Rakocevic. Right down Broadway. Could have driven a Mack truck through that lane. You gotta wonder when Archie Miller is just gonna put in Childress. Give us Childress.
We bring on the Cooper Bybee show. The Jackson Davis will get a layup down low.
Nice little feed there from Al Durham. 8 points, 8 rebounds for Trace Jackson Davis. Been one of those days. As Anderson working on Finney. Matthews on the cut, draws the foul on Durham.
Even when USC puts up the miss, it just seems they draw the foul and go to the line.
The most points that we have seen in the tournament so far is 89 points from the Butler Bulldogs just a few moments ago. USC looks like they're well on their way to breaking that. 84, still 5.5 to play.
They are well on their way for sure, and certainly not what we expected to see especially regarding this usually stout Hoosiers defense.
Trace Jackson Davis picks it up here. Now into Justin Smith. Smith to Durham. Long two. Can't hit. Weaver the rebound. Anderson driving, kicking. Weaver. Green lights a three. Why not? Just keep pouring it on.
USC, no doubt, with their best performance all year.
Absolutely ridiculous shooting from the outside. As now it's Al Durham working on Okongwu. He'll draw a foul and head to the line for two. Al Durham been one of the bright spots today for Indiana. He's got 15.
The only bright spot, I would say, for the Hoosiers, Griff. The only one who has been able to knock down shots as soon as I say that.
Durham will switch the second one, 87-59 here in this 8-9 matchup. USC looks like they're well on their way to playing Gonzaga in the second round here in our March Madness simulation. Okongwu. Now over to Anderson. Anderson. Weaver on the wing. Okongwu. Matthews lines up another one, and that one he finally missed. Now here comes Al Durham pushing the pace. Durham been the only one doing much of anything on offense for Indiana today. Now here's Race Thompson. Gives it up to Durham. Al has a Kungwu on him. Lines up another three. No good. Rakocevic the rebound. Then stolen away. Justin Smith leading the break. Race Thompson for the one-handed jam. Nice little play right there between Justin Smith and Race Thompson. Anderson now. 3.5 to go. Rakocevic. Kick out to Anderson. Matthews. Rakocevic. Matthews, why not? Oh my God.
Nearly went down again for the Trojans.
From the logo.
From the logo. Unbelievable.
Justin Smith forcing it down inside. Nothing doing there. Now Al Durham. Al. Trying to shake and bake. Drives all the way to the rim. He's blocked from behind by Rakocevic.
Lifeless offense right there for the Hoosiers. All four of them just standing on the floor.
Here's Anderson driving on Trace. Doubled underneath. Now Matthews at the top of the key. Rakocevic covered by Race Thompson. Down inside. What? Okay. I've never ever seen that in my life.
Not sure. I'm not surprised they just didn't give it 2 points for the Trojans as they go.
You tell me checks back in. Both starting groups still in for both teams.
No mercy for
26-point game with 2.5 to play.
No mercy from infield as he's continued to. Looks like he's going to continue to pour it on. As Al Durham with a nice take, like we said, pretty much the only bright spot for the Hoosiers despite his poor shooting.
18 points for the junior Durham. Now Rakocevic and USC is just going to work some clock here. Leading by 24.
Sure.
As Rakocevic heads back to the line. 4 of 7 there tonight, now 4 of 8. USC, 88 points, 1 point away from tying the tournament high set by the Butler Bulldogs against Liberty.
And certainly not an awful offensive showing for the Hoosiers, but USC was just
lights out from behind the arc. Al Durham ends up with an open look from 3. And he'll bury it. Al Durham enjoying himself a nice little game here. Only 6 more? That can't be right.
That is absurd. They have made at least 12 more.
Now Okongwu versus Trace Jackson Davis. 2 spectacular freshmen missing. Oh. Gets his own rebound and jams it down. And that will give USC 90 points, a new tournament high. 90 seconds to go here.
Actually, wait, didn't someone put up 100?
No.
No?
No.
Thought they did.
Al Durham driving on Okongwu. Al Durham again continuing to carry the load offensively. He has a game-high 23. Time winding down on the Hoosier season here. Very disappointing performance, especially, for us. But this is why you play the games. There's a Kungwu. It's working on Trace, Anderson, Utomi, Matthews. Why not? Couldn't hit. Race Thompson the rebound back the other way. Comes Finnessy. Justin Smith. Smith to Finnessy. Indiana in no hurry at all, despite trailing here. Justin Smith to Al Durham, and he'll draw a foul. So Al Durham continuing
withdrawing
a chance to continue his stellar performance this afternoon.
The refs just continue to prolong this game and make it as painful as possible.
Durham eyes the second one, knocks it down. Give him 25 for Al Durham. A little bright spot here for the Hoosiers.
Not too many teams can score 70 points and still lose by 20.
No, they cannot. Now here's Anderson. Looking like we will not be getting any bye-bye time. Utomi, why not?
First miss of the game for USC.
Tennessee will pull up from 3. That one's no good. I would assume Indiana is not going to foul, and that will do it. USC, dominant performance on the offensive end. They could not miss anything from beyond the arc. Utomi and Jordan Matthews both leading the way for the Trojans as they will get a classless move by Rakosevich right there, putting it up as time expires.
And if I'm the Hoosiers, I am starting a brouhaha as we speak. Not completely avoiding the shake hands.
Absolutely classless action. But a disappointing performance for our Hoosiers here tonight. I guess we got to give our Zaxby's player of the game. That's got to be Jonah Matthews. That's got to be Jonah Matthews. 20 points for him. 5 of 10 from downtown. Absolutely killer. Rakosevich finishing with 17. Utomi finishing with 15. 15 for Mobley. 9 for Weaver. Only 5 for Onyeka Okongwu. Man, oh man. Al Durham leading the way for Indiana with 25 points. Joey Brunk, 9 points, 8 rebounds. Finney with a quiet 8. I don't remember him scoring. Justin Smith with 8. Trace, 8 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. It's a disappointing game. But there's still a lot of fun to be had as we continue through our tournament. Still a lot of games to be played in the first round and beyond. So continue to come back, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and we will see you.